Hey, SBC 205. Want to give you guys a little feedback real quick, and it's going to be easier to do it this way than it is going to be to type the whole thing out. The consistent problem I'm seeing with the outlines for the problem solution persuasive speech is in the solution. A lot of you guys are saying just giving us a goal as opposed to a mechanism for achieving it. Okay, let's say that the problem is CO2 gases and you can't use this because global warming is on the prohibited topics list. That's why I don't have any hesitation to do this. There's too much CO2 in the atmosphere is the problem. The cause is we're burning too many fossil fuels. The effect is the world is warming. So my solution cannot be, let's produce less CO2. Okay, that's our goal. How are we going to do it? What mechanisms are you going to put in place to make that happen? Are you going to outlaw the internal combustion engine? Are you going to stop burning coal? Are you going to invent something to suck CO2 out of the atmosphere? You can't just say, the solution is to not do that anymore. Okay? And another prohibited topic, stress. We're all too stressed. We have too much stress. The cause is in a college environment, there's too many assignments, there's too many deadlines. The effect is that college students are suffering from a number of stress-related illnesses. The solution is we'll have less stress. Have a good night. That's where you're leaving me in some cases, and I need you to understand there needs to be a mechanism for solving your problem. Okay? You can't just say, okay, problem solved. All right? So you need to build that solution with practicality and efficacy. It can be done, and it will solve our problem. Has to be shown in it. Second big problem we're having is you're giving me a lot of informative speeches, but not a lot of persuasive intent. You get to your call to action, and I'm getting a lot of, well, now you know more about, as you leave here today, you will have more information. No, we need a concrete action that we can do in the real world. Not just have more knowledge. You are trying to motivate us to do something. Let's go back to our example of the car salesman. No car salesman is ever going to let you walk off the lot and say, well, now you know more about Subarus. Have a great day. Good night. What they're going to do is they're going to say, how do I get you to buy this car right now? Are you ready to sign? Their goal is to get a concrete action from you where you sign on a dotted line. A politician is not going to sit there and tell you over and over again, hey, listen, you now know what a great guy I am. Have a good evening. No, he's going to tell you, so on November 6th, vote for me. They're going to give you concrete actions to take. Okay? So in that call to action, you have to tell us what we do in the real world. And just telling us that we are better informed is not a call to action. Okay? So those two things, you need to make sure your solution solves the problem and is not just the goal of solving the problem. And that call to action has to have a real world impact, has to have a real world part to it where we go out and do something in the real world. Okay? All right. Otherwise, a lot of good topics. Excuse me, little frog in my throat. A lot of good topics. Really impressed with some of the thought you guys have put into them. A lot of good ideas out there. Make sure you have 3 pieces of evidence. Again, that's going to be an issue. And make sure they're not all lumped up into your first main point. Make sure you've got evidence that proves your solution solves the problem. Okay? All right. That's it. Under 5 minutes. That was my goal. Everybody have a great day. If you have any questions, make sure you shoot me an email. We can certainly discuss it. I will try to get this up with the announcement that says your outlines have been reviewed. If not, I'll get it up later on today. Again, contact me if you have any questions, though. All right? Take care.